Greetings! Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to discuss the setup and use of our easy online payment platform, which can be added to any AtHomeNet community or management company website. Our agenda will cover the advantages of offering dues payments online for your owners, plus the ins and outs of the various options, and then we'll show you how the payment screens appear on your website and how easy it is to get started.
Also, if you use TOPS or GenArc management accounting software, there are some easy integration options that you can take advantage of.
Many of you have had difficulty with collecting association dues over the past few years. Maybe the communities you work with have higher delinquency rates than ever, or now that it's become so common to make payments online, you realize that owners just expect to be able to use this convenient option, and you definitely want to offer services that help you stay competitive. With checkbooks rapidly becoming a thing of the past, everyone wants to use credit cards to earn points, to defer their payment if necessary, and to get additional security. So how can you help out your owners, easing their burden and at the same time meeting your goals to decrease your delinquencies and do it in a quick, cost-effective way? AtHomeNet has partnered with Dues Payment, the largest electronic payments processor in the association management industry, so we can provide you with a cutting-edge payment platform designed specifically for community associations.
They provide for both dues payment and rent payment options.
Now, if you've been researching various dues payment solutions, you may have found that many do not offer the use of Visa. However, most owners who want to use a credit card prefer to use Visa. But due to more strict requirements, some online platforms just don't comply with Visa's payment standards. If the transaction fee they're offering you sounds too good to be true, that may be the catch. The convenience fee structure AtHomeNet offers is compliant with MasterCard, Discover, and Visa, and we help you stay competitive by offering your residents all three choices. It's also important to know that our dues payment system is PCI and CISP compliant. That stands for Cardholder Information Security Program, and this stringent security platform is intended to protect cardholder data, wherever it resides, ensuring that members, merchants, and service providers maintain the highest information security standard.
If you're using another provider, be sure they are PCI and CISP compliant. Visa lists on their website those processors who are, so don't just take their word for it. Visit the website and verify it.
Of course, we also provide for payment by debit or e-check, as well as credit card. First, let's discuss how using online payments makes setting up a direct debit easier than a bank. Using dues payment to set up recurring direct debit payments requires no paper forms and no voided checks. It's 100% web-based, unlike many bank options. The homeowner can set up an account online using their computer or mobile device within minutes with no paperwork at all. With bank direct debit, there's always risk involved in filling out paper forms at the management office with account information, which may then be filed on-site and emailed or faxed to various outside locations, and not via a secure internet connection. Also, with a bank auto debit, it's difficult if not impossible for the owner to make last-minute changes to their debit amount because of additional fees or to charge to a credit card or a different bank account, or just cancel or delay the payment one time. Using online payments allows easy 24/7 access for owners to make changes anytime to their payment amount, payment frequency, or date, and to change account information on a self-service basis from a computer or a mobile device. Now for the important part. There are no setup fees to add dues payment on your current AtHomeNet website. No monthly fee and no minimum dollar amount of payments is required to be processed. So you can use the system without penalty, no matter how many or how few owners wish to pay online. The owner pays the transaction fee for each payment they make, and 100% of the dues amount is directly deposited to the community bank account. The transaction fee is automatically removed during the process, so you receive exactly the amount that is invoiced. You just have the advantage of offering a more convenient way for owners to pay their dues and assessments on time and allow them the flexibility to use the method that works best for their personal situation. Most importantly, we offer flexible transaction fees for your owners based on the dollar amount and frequency of the association dues. The transaction fee is calculated as approximately 2.5% of the dues amount. This flat amount is determined upfront for each community, So if you are a management company setting up online payments for all of your associations, those with lower dues don't pay the same fee incurred by an owner in a different association that pays a higher dues amount. The transaction fee the resident pays is always shown during the payment process as a flat amount, and the owner sees the fee right up front. Owners also have the choice to call a toll-free number and process their payment over the phone automatically using an interactive voice response system at the same fee as they would pay online. If they elect instead to talk to a live representative to assist with their phone payment, then an additional $5 is added to the transaction fee. Let's walk through what it looks like to make a payment online from the owner's point of view. We'll start with an example from a management company website. We set up the link for you right off your public homepage, and you always get to choose the menu wording you wish to use. Pay my dues, or online payments, whatever works best for you. Also, you have the choice to edit the text at the top of the payment page. And add your own message, maybe to explain the security of paying online, or to outline the due date or late fee information for your residents. It's entirely up to you. In addition to having this page accessible for all your communities on your management company website, you can also have us add a link to each of your association's individual AtHomeNet community websites. For setting up dues payment on a management company website, there are two options for you to list the community names so residents can choose their association and get started. You can either have a drop-down box format where all your associations are listed and the owner just scrolls through and clicks on his or her association name. Or if you don't want to have a list of all your associations visible on your website, then AtHomeNet will set up a challenge box format for you.
If you use a challenge box, you have the option to require the owner to type in either their association account number or the first 4 or 5 letters of the association name.
If you have several similar community names, such as Rolling Hills Townhomes, Rolling Pines HOA, both options will be presented for the owner, who will then select the correct community name. Of course, if we're setting up the dues payment page on an individual community website, no drop-down list or challenge box is needed because it's set up just for that one specific community. Next, the owner is prompted to enter their login and password, or to create a new login if this is their first time using the system. As you can see, the next step requires the owner to enter the appropriate name, create a login and password, address, and email address for their property. And also click to agree to the terms of service for online payments before they proceed. Next, the owner is taken to a page to choose their payment method. When you set up your initial online payment options, you can choose whether you wish to have all the options available for owners to use: credit card, debit, e-check, and phone. Or you can limit the options. It's totally up to you. The owner simply enters their credit card information or bank account numbers, then types in the amount they wish to pay, and clicks to continue the payment process. At this time, they'll also see the amount of the transaction fee, and it's added to their total dues payment amount. The owner will receive a confirmation email that their payment has been received, and also the administrator is notified via email that an online payment has been made. A second email is generated to the administrator when funds are received and deposited into the community bank account. As the administrator of the account, you can work with our representative during setup to establish what type of email notifications you wish to receive.
Up to 3 administrators can be set up to receive payment notification emails.
Using online payments allows the owner several options. They can choose just a one-time credit card or e-check payment. Anytime they want to use the system for a payment in the future, they just log back in. There's no obligation to use online payments every month.
Or they can elect to set up a recurring e-check transaction for monthly, quarterly, or annual payments to be auto-deducted on a regularly scheduled basis from their checking or savings account.
The fee for a recurring e-check payment is only $2 per transaction. As we mentioned before, the owner can easily control the e-check payment process online. They can change the account numbers, edit the amount, or cancel the payment, all without having to do any paperwork or contact their bank. Now, let's move over to the administrative side. Your accounting contact will have access to a private login area from the duespayment.com website with many helpful resources. Here you can see a full menu that allows you to view reports, access your property account data, manage your users and email notifications. You can even view deposits, transaction history, and payment status. For those of you using TOPS or GenArc management accounting software, AtHomeNet sets up an interface that offers several advantages, both to the resident making the payment and to the administrator of the association account. Let's review how that works for the owner. You start the process by choosing the community name, just as before, either from a drop-down list or using the challenge box. Then, because the platform integrates with the association's accounting data, they choose from a drop-down menu of all the property street addresses and elect their specific unit or house number from the list. The owner name they enter is then matched up with the property address to verify the correct unit. The total current balance amount is shown on the screen to the owner, and they can choose to pay the amount shown or enter a different amount. They continue on by electing the method of payment they wish to use and finishing the payment process.
Both the owner and the administrator receive a payment receipt email, and the administrator can get an additional email notice when the funds are deposited to the community account. As we mentioned previously, you can work with us during setup to schedule the email notifications to suit your particular needs, either a separate email notification for each payment or a batch email with all of the day's payment activity at the end of the day.
For the management company or administrator using TOPS or GenArc accounting software, you'll have the option to export payment files directly to your management software. You'll be notified via email when a payment or multiple payments are ready for export. When you log into www.duespayment.com, you have an additional menu item to export your files.
You only receive one file export notification per day, so you can export all the payment files in one easy step.
Now, how do you get set up? The agreement is simple, and there is no set contract term required. Creating the page for your AtHomeNet website generally takes a week or less once we get your forms and we do all the setup work for you. For an individual community, you provide the agreement, your bank account information, and a W-9 form. It's so easy your owners can be paying dues online in just days. For the association management firm, the best part is that there's just one agreement for the company, so no forms need to be signed by the individual boards. We provide a convenient spreadsheet for you to list all your association names, their account information, and we do all the setup for you. Plus, we make it easy to add your new associations. Just contact your representative here in the AtHomeNet office with the new community account information, forward the W-9, and we'll make the addition to your website so owners can start paying online right away. Our in-house specialist and the full AtHomeNet support staff is also here to help your administrator with any questions about setting it up or using your online payment system. Of course, it's important to get the word out to all your residents about using online payments, and we help you with that too. We have free flyers, posters, and brochures you can provide to owners and display in your office. Your AtHomeNet community websites also offer beautiful preset email templates. You can use them to send reminders to all your associations about upcoming dues. There are many varieties of dues payment email designs already created for your use, and we even integrate a Pay Dues Now button so owners can immediately access the payment screen when they receive the email. Also, for those of you with TOPS or GenArc integration, you can interface the current dues amount directly into the email format for each of your owners.
As you can see, setting up online dues payment is convenient, quick, and it doesn't cost your community a cent. We know you want to offer every possible option to make dues payment easy for your homeowners and help keep delinquencies at bay. AtHomeNet offers a CISP-compliant platform to maintain the highest information security standard for our clients, and as always, our staff maintains the highest level of support to assist you with any questions. I want to thank everybody for attending the webinar today, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to my colleague to answer any questions you might have.